very hard to single out ones because the classics is like our majors, they're all very important. Obviously my first one stands out the most because it was probably the most exciting because I won by a nose.
Very close at the line, a photo, oh, a very close call.
I remember getting fined for jumping off the horse. It was very exciting. I remember that I got a split on the inside and it was a probably head, it was a freeway photo, and I had the luck of being on the rail, and I was delighted when the result came out.
They're under starters' orders, they're off.
And Torquil was very slow to stride, Civil Liberty likewise, and Minisam. Three of these showing greenness there. Night Watch towards the inside is the early leader from Mark of Esteem. Civil Liberty recovering a bit of lost ground, then Serendipity in behind them, followed by Reinhardt, a bit green through the early stages. Current leader the outside of Torquil, and Minisam is the back marker. The early pace was very slow through the first furlong and a half. It's increasing a bit now, and it's Night Watch by a nose out in front from Civil Liberty in second, and then 2 lengths back to the jolly old favourite Mark of Esteem, followed next by Serendipity. Torquil is pulling like a train in 5th place, and then in behind those towards the outside, Reinhardt as they straighten up, Minisam back towards the inside, and current leader, not the leader, it's running last, down past the 3 furlong Parker, and it's Night Watch the leader from Civil Liberty, and then Serendipity, Mark of Esteem towards the outside with the white face, the odds-on favourite, and then Torquil from current leader now picking up, then Minisam and Reinhardt the outside, Mark of Esteem quicken to the lead past the 2 furlong pole from Night Watch, then Torquil and Civil Liberty. Behind these on the inside is Serendipity from Reinhardt, but racing inside the final furlong, it is the favourite Mark of Esteem, just nudged out in the lead here, goes 2 or 3 lengths clear and is way superior to the Mark of Esteem. The others needed to start yesterday. Mark of Esteem by 4 lengths, Torquil second from Reinhardt, who ran on well close home, back in 4th, Night Watch. They're all set then for the first classic of 1996, lined up for Thames 2000 Guineas, and they jump away from the stalls. World Premier a little slow to stride. Out well was Royal Applause, who leads early from Bijou Dond in second, and then Even Top in third. Massa Harb is next, and then World Premier making up the lost ground. Storm Trooper towards the outside in a dark green jacket, and they're followed back by Al Hareth on the wide outside of Leonine, and then Massa Harb. Beecham King is covered up. Danehill Dancer out wide with Regiment, and Tumbleweed Ridge is the back marker. They split into 2 groups, and on the right the picture, World Premier with Bijou Dond chased by Even Top. Royal Applause blazes a trail down the centre of the track, chased then by Storm Trooper and Al Hareth. They head down then towards the final half mile and halfway, and it's Royal Applause in the centre, Bijou Dond on the near side with World Premier, back to Graham Good in the grandstand.
So it passed halfway, 2 races for the price of 1 here, and it's a Royal Applause leading the far side, Bijou Dond the red sleeves, World Premier in brown, Even Top in green and white. Willie Carson coming on Al Hareth, Mark of Esteem's there too, Beecham Kings with chances, Stormtrooper being pushed along now. The pace really is unrelenting, and they've got 2.5 to go. It's probably just Bijou Dond. Here comes Even Top, the horse with the big white nose band, come through to press for the lead. Mark of Esteem next to the rails, Al Hareth flat to the boards, Beecham King won't be winning, and it's Mark of Esteem who takes the lead from Bijou Dond as they come down towards the final furlong. Blue, Mark of Esteem, red sleeves, Bijou Dond with the nose band. Even Top there, clear of Beecham King and Al Hareth, and Danehill Dancer. It's all Mark of Esteem now as they race up towards the line. Mark of Esteem under Frankie Dettori, but Even Top's putting in a big finish. It's going to be very close at the line. A photo, oh, a very close call between Even Top and Mark of Esteem, and then came Bijou Dond in third, and the field trail back to Regiment, who was last of all. This is a very, very close call indeed. A very, very close call between Even Top in the green and white half colours. The colours of Benny Schmidt-Bodden on the far side, but nearest to us in the blue colours of Godolphin, that's Mark of Esteem and Frankie Dettori. Philip Robinson on the far side, and between the pair, the unsung hero of the race, Bijou Dond, of these 3 flash past to both together.
Victorious supporters piling in. 7-2 Alharth, 5-1 Bishop of Cashel, 11-2 Bar.
Running, and Gothenburg the first to break. Gothenburg with going up there, Bishop of Cashel in restructure on the near side, and Alharth taking it up now. Alharth taking it up challenging Gothenburg for the lead. Restructures in third and Mark of Esteem 4. Then comes Bishop of Cashel and Distant Oasis. So Alharth and Willie Carson. Willie with a look over his right shoulder there to see if he can go over towards the fence, to see if he's clear of Gothenburg. It looks as though he can't quite. It's Alharth from Gothenburg, Bishop of Cashel. Then Restructure and Mark of Esteem. And Beecham King and Distant Oasis. Gothenburg towards the left as we see them now, with Alharth on his outside. Just behind them, Bishop of Cashel, Mark of Esteem on the rails. Then comes Beecham King and Restructure and Distant Oasis. And these two still disputing it. Over on the far rail, Gothenburg. Alharth right upsides him. Bishop of Cashel next, and then comes Mark of Esteem, hemmed in on the fence at the moment. On the outside then the grey. Beecham King with Restructure trying to make a forward move, so is Distant Oasis. It's Alharth as they come down towards the 2 furlong pole. Just the leader, Alharth from Gothenburg. Bishop of Cashel just in behind them, but it's Alharth from Bishop of Cashel as they come down towards the furlong mark. And here comes Mark of Esteem bursting through on the far rail to take it up now. Frankie Dettori. Mark of Esteem beginning to exert himself and straight away from him and leave him absolutely for dead as he races to the line. Mark of Esteem wins it impressively. Bishop of Cashel is second. Alharth is third, and 4 came Restructure. 5, 6 and 7 were Distant Oasis, Gothenburg and Beecham King. So an electrifying burst this up the rail by Mark of Esteem under Frankie Dettori to win this Tripleprint Celebration Mile in really devastating style. The Pertemps 2000 Guineas winner, brought absolutely back to his best by Saeed bin Surur, the Godolphin trainer. And the result, first number 2, Mark of Esteem, owned by Godolphin Racing, trained by Saeed bin Surur and ridden by Frankie Dettori, his first triumph in the Tripleprint Celebration Mile. Second was the best of the seniors, number 1, Bishop of Cashel, the 4-year-old, owned by Cheveley Park Stud, trained by James Fanshawe and ridden by Walter Swinburne. And third, number 5, Alharth, owned by Sheikh Hamdan Al Maktoum, trained by Major Dick Hearn and ridden by Willie Carson. 11-4 favourite, the winner.
Mark of Esteem, the 11-4 favourite. Second, number 1, Bishop of Cashel, 5-1. Third, number 5, Alharth, 7-2.
9-4 Ashkelani, 130 now. Bosra Sham and Mark of Esteem has been on the slide all the time. 11-2 bar. There goes Ashkelani, and now Mark of Esteem due into stall number 5, and he'll be the last to be installed.
Last one coming in.
These winners of over 2 million, earners of over £2 million between them. He got a little bit warm, and now he's just a little bit on his toes. This son of Darshan with a white face. That's it. He's in. Under orders. The Queen Elizabeth II stakes. And they're running. Bosra Sham towards the left. Over on the far side, Bijou Dand. And it's Bosra Sham and Bijou Dand in the early stages. From Sharnwood Forest, then First Island, then Mark of Esteem, then Ashkelani, and finally Soviet Star. And Bijou Dand has settled down in the lead. From Bosra Sham, the filly. Over on the far side is Sharnwood Forest, then comes First Island, Mark of Esteem, Ashkelani, and Soviet Star. Bijou Dand, the leader from the only filly, Bosra Sham. Then comes Charnwood Forest. Mark of Esteem is 4, 5, 6 and 7 are First Island, Soviet Star and Ashkelani as they race towards the half-mile pole in this Queen Elizabeth II stakes. And it's Bijou Dand, the leader, from Bosra Sham and Sharnwood Forest. They're past the half-mile pole, racing towards the home turn now, and still Jason Weaver on Bijou Dand by 2 lengths from the filly Bosra Sham, then Sharnwood Forest. Then comes Mark of Esteem on the inside of First Island. Ashkelani is still the back marker of the 7 runners as they swing into the straight. 2.5 furlongs only to run now. Bijou Dand being pressed by Bosra Sham. Then comes Charnwood Forest unleashing a run in the white cap. Then behind them First Island. And here comes Ashkelani now on the outside. But it's Bosra Sham, the filly, who's taken it up and attempting to become the first filly to win it, who won the Guineas in 40 years. But Mark of Esteem sprints, and Mark of Esteem and Frankie Dettori, he completes It's a fantastic treble. Frankie Mark of Esteem has won it from Bosrasham. First Island was third, and 4 came Charnwood Forest. And the disappointing Ashkelani, Bijou Dand and Soviet Star, who finished third last year, was last this time. And so the result, an electrifying victory for number 6, Mark of Esteem, owned by Godolphin Racing, trained by Saeed bin Surur and ridden by Frankie Dettori, his third winner of the afternoon, third winner for Saeed and third winner for Godolphin. Second was number 7, Bosrasham, owned by Mr. Wafik Saeed, trained by Henry Cecil and ridden by Pat Edery. And third was number 2, First Island, owned by Mollers Racing, trained by Jeff Ragg and ridden by Michael Hills, with fourth, number 1, Charnwood Forest. This is the winner of the 1996 Queen Elizabeth II Stakes, Mark of Esteem. He came there with the most blinding turn of speed you've ever seen at the end of this classic race.
And what a stunning, fantastic performance this was. Bijou Dand made the running, but at his own pace. Pat stayed on his shoulder. He was the first one to pounce on Bosrasham. It looked as though his first run would be successful. Ashkelani, coming from behind, came wide, but didn't pick up quite the way Gerard Mosse hoped that he would. And Frankie, waiting, patient, waiting to pounce, waits till the last furlong, and then he says go, and the response was electrifying.
Bit fast for her today. You can see their heads just pop back into Pat's lap a little bit. But here we have Mark of Esteem, 2,000 guineas winner, tackling Bosrasham, 1,000 guineas winner. Here he begins to wear the filly down. The stronger of the two, a colt, and I think maybe might be liking the ground that little bit better. But Bosrasham battles on bravely, but Mark of Esteem really has shown that he's a colt of the highest class today.
He's got the speed, he's got the acceleration, and he's got Frankie Dettori. And he's got the willingness to go and win his race too. A 2,000 guineas winner whose merit was questioned. Well, there's no question about it now. He's the champion miler of Europe. He's beaten the best. And Frankie's going to tell everyone.
Frankie not exactly showing any signs of disappointment with Mark of Esteem, the 130 winner of a historic Queen Elizabeth II Stakes, in which he produced the most amazing turn of foot to complete a remarkable treble on day 1 of the Festival of Racing at Ascot. 1 1/4 lengths and 4 lengths. A great run by the filly, Bosrasham as well, but this colt by Darshan out of Homage, by Ajdal, something exceptional. He's won over 300, earned over £350,000 now in winning 4 of his 6 races. Saeed bin Surur walking beside his protege, Mark of Esteem. Is Frankie going to do his... yes, he is. And Sheikh Mohammed greets him, congratulates him.